out. So when I do that, that would be the peak. So we're looking for 1 to 50 a day. Now I used to teach 1 to 5 a day, and some of the groups I was training, they were doing like over 40, and so I just expanded it 1 to 50 a day. It takes 2 minutes to do one peak. Again, none of this is required. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that you got to keep up with all this marketing for Randy and the group. This is just a fun thing designed to make us all more money and help out Randy and help out the company. All right, so let me go back here a couple slides. All right, so once they've watched the webinar, if they have interest in talking with me, then they can go right onto my calendar. And so I set up a special link on my online calendar. So this is how easy this is, calendly.com/sales trainer. So I'm going to pull that up and show you what happens when you send a prospect there. Look, we already got another one. Lance, he says 3, not interested. Then we got another person typing. They're typing right now, so we'll see what comes up. So I'm going to give them a little Facebook love, hit the like button. All right, so we're going to go to, let's see here. I guess I'll just do it right there. So this is my Calendly, and then it's the Flip Investor Call. So you drive somebody to the webinar, they watch the webinar, you follow up with them, or Randy tells them, to express interest, they express interest. We drive into my online calendar link. Now, as we have other people trained to do these calls, maybe it's not me that does it. Maybe it's Heath that does it or somebody else on the team, or we'll train a new person. But we want a professional closer. This is the initial vision here, guys. We're going to have a professional closer handle it for you. So your job is just to get into the webinar, and then Randy and the team and I, we're going to be doing the closing. So they would click on this Flip Investor Call, and then they'd pick a day. So like tomorrow I'm all booked up, but Wednesday, okay, they click on there, there's a 9 and a 1. So they'd pick one of those times. Or Thursday, okay, there's an 11 or a 2. Or Friday, there's a 4:30. Monday, there's a 12. So 12 or 2. So they would just pick a time that works for them. If you can't find a time, we'll figure it out. I'll open up some more time slots or whatever the case may be. We're just starting this out. I'm really happy that we have this link set up so you can get somebody onto my calendar. We got the Facebook group going. And our game plan is going to be right here. Drive into the Tuesday webinar, and then it's going to be a one-on-one call with me or somebody else on the team that's qualified to handle that call. So it's what's cool about it, guys. I used to work at McDonald's. So this is like McDonald's in terms of simple system. Just a really simple system. You pique interest in the lead. They express interest just like what I showed you on Facebook. You drive them on over to the webinar. They watch the webinar. Randy tells them, hey, have a call with one of our team. And then I do the call, or you follow up with them and you encourage them to do a call with me. You get them over to me. And if you need any support, you just type it into the Facebook group. Heath and I were both in the Facebook group, so we'll get you the support that you need. And we're, as I mentioned this like 4 times now, we're doing this on the fly right now. We want you to be patient with us and give us until January 1 to get everything, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and any of the little sales system logistics all to be worked out. And then I'm just expecting just a great run here. And then, just so you know, like if I close the sale, I'm going to get a commission for closing it, but you're still going to get your full commission. So you don't get docked because I close it. So that makes it financially incentivizes me or whoever's handling that call for you to successfully close the call. They're going to give it everything they got and make that call a priority. And so we're all making money, and we're helping, Randy and the team grow the business. And I couldn't be more excited. I think it's just a very simple, elegant system. And then the Facebook groups, like when you go do your peaks, then you just let us know, hey, I did a post on social media. I reached out to 3 people, or I got some people coming to the webinar tomorrow, and then we can cheerlead for each other. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Don't have a lot as far as content. I never want to keep you guys longer than what we need, but I also want to open it up for Q&A. So if anybody has any questions about how this is going to work or anything I talked about tonight or the webinar on Tuesday that Randy does or anything. So let's just open it up here. Maybe Heath, you can facilitate here if anybody does have any questions.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. You guys, if you have any questions, raise your hand, and then I can basically give you permission so everyone can hear you, so to speak. So if anyone has any questions, I believe you can either type in the chat box or raise your hand, and I'll go ahead and make that happen for you. Aaron Yoon did say he'd like a copy of your book, Eric.
Cool. So let me just put up the email, and then if any of you don't have a copy of the book, you can just shoot me an email right now, and I will get it. And if anybody emailed before, hopefully I sent it to you. But if you didn't get it for whatever reason, just let me know. This is my personal email address, and this is my cell phone. I'm very accessible via text and via email. You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you're into Facebook, into that kind of thing. Feel free, and I'll accept all of you back as my friend. If you want the book, just text or email me and let me know that you'd like a copy. I have 2 books to send you guys in PDF. And so just do that if any of you need that.
Awesome. And it looks like on the note of Aaron, it looks like he's raising his hand. So Aaron, I think I've got you in a position to speak right now. So
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. Hi, Eric. This is Aaron. I'm from New York, part of the team here.
Hi.
So my question is, will that Calendly link be available towards the end of the webinar, or is that something that we're responsible for delivering to our prospects offline? I just want to know what the recommended process is to go from the moment the webinar ends to booking time for on your Calendly.
Perfect. So let me give you kind of my vision of it, and then the speed at which we implement. Just implementing these systems, it all takes time. So I don't know what Randy's planning on doing tomorrow. So, and I'm not sure that I'll be in communication with him prior to tomorrow. But before he does the next one, he and I will be on the same page as far as how the call to action is going to go. And it'll probably go something like this. For those of you that would like to schedule an appointment with one of our specialists, and then that lead will come into iFlip. The Calendly, that comes to me, and it's better if the lead comes into iFlip, because now the company has control of the lead, and then they can give it to me if they need me to do the follow-up. But we want them to collect the lead, first and foremost. So I would envision Randy will have the lead come into them, and then either myself, if it's me, then they'll give them the Calendly link and then they'll schedule, or if somebody else within the company that's trained, because it doesn't have to be me, that lead will go to whoever else in the company is trained, is what I'm envisioning. And then you could then follow up individually with any of your leads at any time and just say, hey, were you able to get on the webinar? And they go, yeah, I was. Oh, great. What did you think? Oh, that was really interesting. Well, would you have an interest in talking with one of our specialists? And then if they say yes, then you can manually give them my calendar link. And then the other thing that I'm envisioning, and I don't know if this is already in place or not, but I'd like to have an on-demand webinar. So Randy does the one on Tuesday at the set time, but I'd like you guys, like let's say you're talking to a lead on Thursday. I don't want you to have to wait until the following Tuesday to get them on that webinar. So I'd like you to be able to send them an on-demand webinar where they would opt in to get instant access to a recording. And it just simulates the whole thing, except it's on demand like Netflix as opposed to the live webinar. And that's, I'm gonna have to get with Randy and to see if we already have that, or if we don't, if he's in agreement with that. And then, we'll have that in place, likely sometime in November if he's in agreement with it.
Yeah, that would actually be fantastic, because it would save him some time, and it would speed up, our process when we're peaking prospects to strike while the iron is hot.
Exactly.
If they're there available right away, then we can put them in front of the webinar.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Well,
I am all for that.
That's good stuff, Aaron. That's a great question. And just I'm actually a portion of, I guess, the equation to building some of the post-webinar automation.
Okay.
So we could kind of make this a two-headed monster, and we can play with it over the next 7-8 weeks and A/B test and find out what works, what doesn't. But what we could do is I can set it up so anyone who is not an existing customer will get an email, a specific email after Randy's webinar on Tuesday. And inside that email will be a link to Eric's calendar, and we can craft up that email in such a way and word it the right way. You know, we can wordsmith it. And then I can have another email go out, even a day later. It just depends on if we're able to generate automation based on Eric's link. And Eric, I'm sure you use that link for other stuff too, don't you?
Yeah, and I have
Okay.
the way the link, and I'll just pull it up and just visually show this to you, is that the generic link, the Calendly / sales trainer, that goes to a landing page where it has a coaching call or flip investor call. If you click on the flip investor, this has its own, this is like a flip landing page. So there's all kinds of, we could do a tiny URL. We could do a bit.ly link. We could, we can get a flip specific one. I just wanted to create the online calendar so it's easy for everybody as kind of a Band-Aid. Yeah. And then, we can flip brand it. This is kind of like us just working on the fly, because I would rather just get everything set up and get us in motion and get everybody piquing interest and, let's start making some money, and then we can, dot the I's and cross the T's as we go. And, by January, we'll be dialed.
Yep. And that's why, so I was thinking we could have an automated email go out to the customer. The deliverability rate on automated emails is hit and miss sometimes, just depending on the recipient's email permission settings. Usually they will receive it, but there will be some times where they won't. So that will cover most of our bases. But then after that automated email goes out, for now it might not hurt for the actual partner, Aaron, Claudio, Jim, Karen, anyone you invite to the webinar, the very next day, just shoot them an email yourself, shoot them a text message, see if they had a chance to attend. And, based on their answer, you could also send them a link because, as we all know, we don't always read our emails. So kind of hitting them in more ways than one will increase the likelihood of A, getting a response, and B, getting an opportunity to get that link in front of them to schedule with Eric.
Awesome. My last question is, Eric, are you also planning on helping us become closers ourselves for those of us that want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if we have people that want to do that, I mean, that's really what I'm known for is professional sales training. So, my bandwidth is not such that like I can really do a whole lot of this type of work. Randy, when I talked to him about it, he says, I don't really have a closer right now. I'm like, okay, well, I can take on some appointments.
There's one coming, and he may be on this webinar right now.
So one, we can get some other, people in-house trained. Two, if any of you want to learn how to do this, I'm totally open to teaching you how to get the sales presentation yourself. What I was envisioning was the way the commission would work. The partner would get a commission for generating the lead, and then the closer would get a commission for closing it. And if any of you want to do both parts, you could pick up a greater commission, if you want to learn that. And it's not hard to teach this particular sales presentation. The benefits of this product are really fantastic. So that's definitely something, if there are a handful of you that do want to learn that, we can set up some special calls. And I need to get the script perfected myself, but once I do, I can duplicate it in any of you that want to learn it.
Okay, great. Will that series be like a separate training, or is that going to be part of this training over the next few weeks? Or
we'll invite you guys. I mean, once that's in place, I don't have anything like right now ready to go. But if you want that, we'll let you know. I mean, it would probably be 3 or 4 module separate training that we'd record if you couldn't make it live, but if you could make it live. But we'll make sure that anyone that wants that training can get access to it. And it's a fun skill set, to learn. Even if you already know how to close and know how to sell, being trained by me on how to sell this product would be something, fun additional for any of you to learn. And it also helps, Randy and the company out.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, anyone who's on this webinar right now, you all have been classified by Randy. You've been hand selected as a certified partner of iFlip. Now, as I'm sure you're kind of picking up on, we plan to grow this program into a full-on certification where you guys are kind of going to be grandfathered into all the awesome things we're about to embark on. And so we're learning with you. We're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. Like Eric said, give us to the first of the year, and I think we'll have quite a bit of the wrinkles ironed out. But you are going to be treated as sort of a VIP member of our partner community, because we understand that you guys have special skill sets and the drive to kind of want to be a promoter of our product. So we're super excited about that. And with that, I think down the road, we want to generate some camaraderie. We want to generate a culture amongst us, all of us, where we all kind of know each other. And I think we could rally around each other and hit on different topics as we kind of build out this program. And part of that, Aaron, can be actual closer type training.
Sweet. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Does anybody else have any other questions? I think we might be good. If anyone does.
So we'll have more to share with you guys next week. I'll have had at least one conversation with Randy by then. I plan on being on the webinar tomorrow night and experiencing the webinar as a participant. And I will test out some more posts on social media and find some cool stuff that's going to work and share that with you guys next week. Make sure you join the Facebook group if you're a Facebook person. If you need to reach out to me, I'll just put it up here one more time. Go ahead and store me in your cell phone under Coach Eric or whatever you want to call me. If you need to reach me, feel free to shoot a text or shoot me an email. I got a couple of requests from Aaron and I think Karen asking for the book, so I'll get that out to you guys tonight. On behalf of Randy and Heath, I want you to know we really appreciate you guys investing in time to be with us here and embarking on this journey with us to go out and really help the world save money on these fees and grow their investments and make money ourselves and grow our own investments. And so I look forward to connecting with you guys next week. We'll talk to you later.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.